Ron Johnson, who's calling for college campuses to be restored to order. Senator, great to see you. Just the 6 Ivy League schools plus Northwestern University and Stanford over 5 years got $45 billion in taxpayer subsidies, tax breaks, and direct investment. $33 billion in federal contracts and grants. That was more than they took in undergraduate student tuition. So when will the money stop flowing to these universities that coddle these new age Nazis who are standing up for terrorists?
When we stop electing radical leftists to the presidency and to Congress. Do you really think the Biden administration is going to prosecute any of these leftist protests? They'll continue to call them peaceful protests, no matter how violent they will get. Right. They're only interested in investigating and prosecuting and holding without trial Republicans, the MAGA Republicans, the people, half of America that they believe are potentially domestic terrorists. So this is a complete partisan effort here. This rot on our college campuses, this radical leftist rot, has been present literally for decades. It's just being revealed in all its full, horrible glory right now. But again, I don't expect the Biden administration to really do anything about this.
And these grants are kind of chump change compared to the $600 billion that the president has forked over in terms of student debt relief, much of which is going to be falling on the shoulders of folks who either paid off their kids' loans, worked hard to do so, working 3 jobs, or perhaps just didn't have the money to go to college at all. How bad is it that we have to sit back and just see the president time after time break the law that the Supreme Court said he was breaking when he funds more of these student loan forgiveness programs?
Yeah, let's face it, it's a brazen, not attempt. I mean, he's doing it. It's just brazen in terms of election interference. He's buying votes. He's buying votes for young people. And of course, all these student loans that we just hand out basically like candy. We've enticed our children to incur $1.7 trillion of student loan debt, preventing them from really starting their lives. They can't buy a house anymore because of Biden's inflation as well. So we've done so much harm to our young people. And then the president's solution is let's buy votes by forgiving these loans, put that burden on Americans who either paid off their student loan debt or never went to college whatsoever. It's grotesquely unfair. But it's all partisan politics.
I just have to read a Babylon Bee headline. Columbia protesters clarify they only want debt to America after America is done paying their student loans. I love that one.
So do I.
Senator, I want to get to this. Secretary of State Tony Blinken in China, where he's expected to bring up fentanyl. It was just last week that the House Committee on the Communist Party of China uncovered how China is pushing the crisis in America, actually subsidizing the manufacturing of the drug. We could get into this, but we've seen nothing but appeasement of China and appeasement of Iran. So I just want to get your perspective on this, because we talk about the radicals. I call it like the New Age Nazi campers that I mentioned. But this really, as you pointed out, starts with the White House.
Well, I always was concerned that President Biden would be compromised by all of his foreign financial entanglements. So a lot of those millions of dollars coming from China. He canceled the China Initiative, which was the Department of Justice program to investigate China theft of intellectual property. He's soft on China. He's obviously coddling Iran, the largest state sponsor of terror, by keeping our border wide open, by throwing our border wide open. He's allowing the fentanyl to just flow in this country and poisoning our small towns and large towns, cities throughout America. 70,000 fentanyl overdoses in 1 year. That racks up to hundreds of thousands of fentanyl overdoses during the Biden administration. Again, a lot of it is coming in because of his open border policy. It's a clear and present danger to this country. He's got the authority to close the border. He used that authority to open it up. He just doesn't want to. Democrats and President Biden want an open border. They caused this problem. They don't want to fix it.
And they don't want to deal with China the way Donald Trump did, which is say, you do what we need you to do, or you're going to see tariffs like you've never seen before. I mean, some of the tariffs are still on there, but I haven't seen that hard court press. Have you?
No, and again, that's the problem when you have all these foreign financial entanglements. You know, we don't know all of the corruption of the Biden family.
Yeah.
My guess is Chinese intelligence does, Russian intelligence does, probably Iranian intelligence does, which is maybe one of the reasons he's so soft on China and Iran.
Yeah. Senator, thank you so much for coming in today. Appreciate it.
Have a good night.
You too.